Oh, hi. What is that? A double ellipses? So here's what I have written for RAM. I have completed RAM. Like 2.5 pages. I'm just looking at computer stuff still. Trying to also debate playing Dead by Daylight or more computer stuff. But like my neck seriously hurts. It's fucking cramping like a motherfucker. And then I started PSU power supply. That's what I compiled for that. But oh my god, I was looking at Zach's text here. So now that you're here, so this is the Zach's fucking thing. You think I'm doing a lot of information with my fucking spreadsheet and whatnot? Look at this shit. This is just for PSUs, mind you. Here is his tiering criteria. It gives you a description of what he means by A tier, B tier, S tier, D tier, all that. Like that's a page alone of information. And then here's the main list. Here's the main list. Wouldn't a bath be better? I already tried that. It is A through Z of brands, and then the series of them, and then the wattages of them, their overall tier, the year they were made, the size of them, the size model of them, the input range. I don't even know what that is. The modularity, the efficiency, topology, conversion, rect. I don't even know what that shit is. And then here we got the ODM safety levels, I guess. Platform codes, then notes for them. Like, let's go down to see how many here. There are around 1,000 individual lines here. Around 1,000 individual lines. And this is just the main list. Here's the full list, which goes down to about 1,200. So it's got almost 300 more. Oh yeah, and this is just the overall. It tells you how to use this fucking shit that he did. But yeah, if you go right here, I'll send you these. Or should I just send you this one? Oh, that's not you. That's fucking DeepSeek. God damn it. Where's Discord? He's got a couple links on this page. The GPU comparison chart, which is just a link to fucking Tom's hardware, but that tells you if you're looking for 1080p medium FPS gaming, like you have medium settings, not ultra high, but also not the bare minimum. Like these are the graphics card you want to look for your respective frames per second. Like realistically, for 1080p, you could get by with a 1080 Ti, which is a graphics card that's almost 15 years old. Oh yeah, that's now that you're here, if you wanted to talk about your thing that I sent you, we can, or we can do that another time. But I was gonna tell you some things with that. And then aside from that, he's got an AM4 compatibility guide, an SD list, which is basically kind of like the one I just showed you for the power supplies, but for memory cards. And then yeah, those are really the three main things that he has to help. Is this the build that I sent you? Nope. Nope. The fuck? Oh, here it is. Did it not fucking save it or something? I don't fucking see it in here. What the fuck? Anyway. So it doesn't show the total. Oh, there it is. The total price is like 1,600 for this build. I mean, realistically, that's only because I built it for the intent of like future proofing. Like the motherboard is a really nice motherboard with room to upgrade for years. You could completely knock that down to a budget one and be cheaper and still stick with AM5. But you could also go down even further and go with like AM4 and just be, a generation behind. So like the moral of the story is we could definitely do a sub, 1K build, but I don't know how well you could future proof it. The second thing is on this one, like this power supply is completely overkill. You could do almost half that price if you wanted to do a cheaper power supply. But the only reason why I suggested this one was, again, for future proofing. Like, if you wanted to use this for the next fucking, like, 15 years, 20 years, you probably could. Same thing with this hard drive. Like you could save money on getting a cheaper hard drive, but this is kind of like the latest, greatest, best of the best right now. And that could give you years worth of, uh, you know, hard drive that you'd never have to upgrade for a while. So I'd say between that, you could probably save at least $200 already. Just on those two things. And then another like $400 total if you knock this down. And then probably another 100 if you knock this down. And then like 50 if you knock this down. That's just a cooler for that. And then this computer or this monitor is complete overkill. But at the same time, with your setup here, it is perfect. Because this build lets you do 1080p at ultra settings. And this monitor is 100% for like competitive gaming at 1080p. That's fair. That's how I tried to build mine. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for my build because it only lasted for 2 generations, but it's whatever. Also, I kind of forced myself to start learning AMD for yours because AMD's been the more suggested one for years now, especially in recent years because Intel's been having a lot of problems. But AMD seems to have the most longevity for future proofing. And also more budget friendly for value for quality. Like Intel, you kind of it's like a Sony situation. You're just paying more for the fucking brand name, even though there's sub brands to that. I mean, honestly, looking at your list, like I really don't know anything about the processor, but it's 3.8 gigahertz to like 5 point something, which is really good. It's actually gigahertz wise faster than mine, but yours, the one I have on this list is 6 core versus mine is 10 core. But the AMD ratio of cores is also different, so that doesn't mean too much. Like, let's see what else we got. Oh no, fuck you. So we got 32 megabytes of L3 cache, which is more than I have, but also their L3 cache works a little bit differently than mine, so I don't know how that correlates just yet. I haven't gotten to that part of my book. What else we got? 12 threads, that's good. That's perfect. The DDR5 it supports is 5200, which your RAM that I have, where the fuck did it go? What the fuck? But anyway, 5200 RAM is what you want to aim for. And oh, so this RAM is actually faster than your processor allows. Which isn't a bad thing. It's just, you know, it's going to be bottlenecking. You're not going to be getting the speeds. Oh, you could bump it down here. They've got, they're actually more expensive, I think. Yeah. Wait. 89, 79. No, they're $10 cheaper. $10 cheaper, and it would be literally bread and butter for your fucking thing. Oh, here we go. I'll put that on the list and then take off the other ones. The reason why I picked the other ones was because of I was specifically speccing that RAM. I didn't really check the CPU specs, even though I literally wrote check the CPU specs. Which, let's see. So here's what I got for RAM. Which I forgot what I was going to look for. Oh, yeah. So DDR5. So 5200 is going to be like 800 megahertz under the sweet spot. Potentially. But again, it's just providing more room for future upgradability. Like now I kind of want to see. Oh, okay. I was thinking about the motherboard. Because the motherboard, the salami lid, don't fit. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the motherboard supports it looks like up to 6400, which is what I had you at. Your motherboard's also got 4 sticks of dual channel. Which I just learned today that if you did 2 dual channel kits, you could get a quad channel signal from it if your motherboard supports it, but this one apparently does not. But again, that's like high-end enthusiast level. This graphics card, I don't really know much about. especially being Radeon. Because again, I'm still not as familiar with AMD because I've only been like looking at it for 48 hours now. Random question, but what tools and supplies would I need to build a PC? Um, one Phillips head screwdriver. Let me double check on that. Eh, all that other stuff that they're telling you is completely unnecessary, but if you want to do it like a fucking scientist, then you'll also need some alcohol wipes, an anti-static wrist strap. Uh, you might consider wire cutters and needle nose pliers, a small flashlight. Oh, I mean, ties for cable management, that's one thing, but I definitely wouldn't use zip ties. And then, a container to hold your screws, a magnetic container if you really want to get fancy about it, some scissors, an adjustable wrench. What the fuck do you need a wrench for? No, but realistically, like, literally just a screwdriver. Your see, when you get the CPU, it should automatically come with a little thing of thermal paste. I mean, you can definitely get some better thermal paste. You know, it's on the side, but it's up to you. Now, here's the right wrench. Here's the one thing that Zach's Tech Turf even brought up the other day that I completely 100% agree with, but also would heed a little bit of caution with. In the computer building world, it is extremely frowned upon to build your computer A on the floor 100%, B over carpet to begin with, C in your socks in on carpet, and like kind of things like that. Basically, like, you don't want a static electricity near your computer. Now, Zach Sector just came on and did a video like a few days ago. I probably should have sent it to you, but he was talking about how he thinks that it's complete BS, and he has done videos on actually, or like somebody else did videos. I think he said Linus did or something. I don't know. Somebody did videos on like actually rubbing their feet with socks and carpet and like static electricity in their computer while it was on, and the only thing they could get it to do after multiple attempts was to shut off. And it was only because that they touched the part to shut it off. But he says he builds his in his basement on carpet with his socks on, and he's never had a problem with it, and he's been doing it for like 20 years. So I would just, heed caution. Don't just, throw it on the ground and sit down crisscross applesauce and fucking build it that way. I would definitely put it on a table or something, and yeah, there you go. There was something else I was gonna say with it. Oh yeah, two things. You want to build on your motherboard before you put it in the case. So you're going to put most of your components together before you put it in the case. Also, this case here, I don't know shit about it. It's just a mid ATX, EATX. Maybe I should look at this more. Make sure it's compatible. But yeah, you could always pick and choose whatever case you want. Get something a little bit cheaper, get something a little bit more expensive. Because they do come a little bit cheaper than fucking $80. Like even in the same category here, you can get 65. And I'm pretty sure you can go lower. Oh no, that's not. It was like 40. Nope, that's RAM. I think you could probably find one for 40 if you really looked. Here's the compatibility thing. You just want to make sure that it fits your motherboard and your GPU and your power supply. And technically, since I have a water cooler for you, your water cooler. Which this is a 240 millimeter AIO. Huh. Maximum for power supply 240. For radiator fans 240. Yeah, 360. You're good. That sounds super wobbly. This power supply is probably double what you need, which is a huge waste if you're not going to upgrade. And it is also 80 plus gold, so it's right in the sweet spot of efficiency ratings. Like you're not going all the way to platinum or diamond or titanium, but it's also better than bronze and silver. Oh, it sounds super wobbly. You build it on the motherboard box. That's kind of the standard for the last, like, I guess 30 plus years. Again with the Samsung SSD, you can spend another $150 and get 2 extra terabytes, or you can spend $150 less and get 1 terabyte. The choice is yours. But this is literally the #1 seller, the best hard drive that you really can get right now. And it has been that way with the Samsung Pro series for years. Like I have a 970 Evo and then 2 980 Pros. But the 980 Pros are minusculely less or slower than these. I think they're only like 400 megabytes slower. Yeah, there it is. This one is 7450 megabytes and mine is 700 or 7000 flat. Yeah, one terabyte is not really that much space these days, but also at the same time, if you're not gonna do a whole lot and only play a couple games, perfectly fine. But yeah, if you want to start doing content creation and like saving videos and saving photos or you know, saving several games, especially if you're going to be playing games like Call of Duty or World of Warcraft or anything that's like fucking 80 to 100 plus gigs. Like, you know, 3 games take up space fast when they're as big as Call of Duty. That's the other thing with your motherboard, though. If we go back to that, you can look at the picture here. You have one NVMe slot here, one NVMe slot here, and one NVMe slot here. So realistically, you could get 2 terabytes now for $160 and put that in and be fine. And then in another year, get another 100 or spend another 160 and get another 2 terabytes. And then in another year, spend another 160 and get another 2 terabytes, and you'd have 6 terabytes. Let's take a look at the back panel here. We've got an HDMI and a display port for integrated graphics, which I think this CPU does support, but yeah, you don't want to use that. Realistically, I just realized, I wonder if you could get away with just not getting a graphics card for $300 and save $300 by switching your car insurance to Geico. I mean, using the integrated graphics on your processor. Yeah, lots of room for expansion. You have room for 2 extra RAM slots. You have room for 2 extra NVMe slots. What I did just realize is it does look like you only have one PCIe 16. And let's see, there's got to be in here. Oh, wait, there we go. No, maybe 2 PCI 16s and then 2 PCI 1s. God. Oh, here we go, yeah. PCIe 16 5.0, so it's the latest gen. I made sure that it was PCIe 5. Everything was. Oh, okay. So this one's PCIe 5 and this one's PCIe 4. So your primary one is the current gen. The secondary one is previous gen. And then it's got 2 of the previous gen PCIe 2s, whatever. 3 M2 slots, Or dim dual channel. The cooler, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. This is kind of the only feature that has aesthetics for you on the build that there is. And at the same time, if you really wanted to spend a few extra bucks and go with a little bit more aesthetics on that, you could, and get one of the ones that have, god damn it, just give me a fucking picture. Oh my fucking god. See this bullshit right here? They have a screen on it where you can actually control the display, and like, you know, you can have that little Pedro raccoon fucking spinning around here, which I've always wanted to get one for. Or you can have your little anime waifu on there, whatever. But speaking of aesthetics, if you want to go something like that route, you could also get all, I think they're Lanny Lee fans, which they're completely wireless. They're all like connected by magnetic, you know, strips, and the fans as they spin have lights that can project patterns that you can program. So like you could do the same thing that I just talked about, but instead of an LCD screen, it's on the fans. And then of course there's the cable management route. You can get cable extenders that match the color theme of your build. But I mean, at that point you would want to switch up the RAM so it matches the color, switch up the motherboard so it matches the color, the graphics card so it matches the color, the power supply so it matches the color, the fucking case so it matches the color, like anyway, last but not least, we're at your monitor. The only thing I have to say about that is, once again, this monitor, even for 1080p, is completely overkill, because this is built for 1080p competitive gaming. Like, this is fucking esports regulations 1080p. Like, you've got 270 hertz IPS panel, which is insanely fast. Then a 1 millisecond response time, which is insanely fast. And then it's FreeSync compatible, so it matches with your fucking CPU and GPU flawlessly. There there was one that I saw on here that was literally $200 cheaper, but it was like 150 hertz less, and instead of an IPS panel, it was a VA panel, which I don't, if you remember, it kind of like it starts turning black or shaded at different angles, and it doesn't give as vivid bright colors as IPS, but VA is, again, mostly for competitive gaming as well. It's hard to find an IPS panel that's like this. But the other thing with that one is it was also curved. It was a curved IPS, or no, it was a curved VA panel. And it was like 144 hertz instead of 270. You'd rather do the overkill. That's kind of what I was hoping you'd say. I was looking more into it too, and it looks like like 1080p is kind of the target for, like, remember how we were talking about the console versus PC war? Well, you also have the 1080p, the 1440p, and then the 4K gamers once you get into PC gaming. But 1080p is kind of like the PC version of the console war. Like when you get into high end gaming, most people will tell you to go with 1080p, it seems like. Which seems counterintuitive because you're going back in resolution. But going back in that resolution gives you such a boost in performance that that's why they use it. I think the curve might fuck with my eyes. To see, it's I like the curve, and I want to get another curved when I upgrade my monitor. But at the same time, it did fuck with my eyes when I switched these two, because I don't know if you remember, but I have the A3 monitors, but two monitors above each other, and they're both the same size, both 32 inches, but one's flat and one's curved. The top one was flat for 3 years, for 4 years, and then the bottom one was the curve for 4 years. So like that's what I've been staring at for 4 years, and I just switched it, and for like a week, my bottom monitor had like a fucking convex shape to it, like it had a bulge. It was almost like 3D. It was, yeah, okay, you do remember. It was fucking freaking me out. I was like, is it gonna be like this forever? But my eyes finally adjusted. So, and now I honestly kind of like the curved on the top better. So I'm kind of wondering how I'm gonna upgrade my monitors when I get to that point. But 1440 gaming is more for like what did they say, like single player adventure, like sandbox type stuff. Honestly, you might just be a better gamer for playing at 1080p versus the people that are playing at 1440 just because it's 1080 and you're getting a quicker response times on everything. But see, here's the thing. When you talk about you want to go future proof, you want to go overkill and all that. We did cover the all the other parts and components. But here's the thing with the monitor, this overkill isn't really future proofing if you want to start gaming at a higher resolution. Like the build that I gave you is capable of doing 1440 at like minimum to medium settings. But if you wanted to actually start gaming at 1440, you would need to get a different monitor entirely. It also did not include a mouse and keyboard. Because A, I have a mouse if you want that. And B, I figured you can pick out your own things that you might find more ergonomic or aesthetically pleasing or whatever. And see, that's the only reason why I would kind of say like you could save at least $180 probably if you bounced this monitor down, especially for 1080. Like what the fuck? How much should I pay for my 1080 monitor? Hold on. I forgot. I have a 1080 IPS monitor that's like perfect. uh let's see. Where's my monitor? Wait, what? Yeah, how come this didn't show up? This is cheaper, isn't it? It is. It's over $100 cheaper. It's like $120 cheaper. Yeah, it has 180 hertz speed, which is still very, very fast. Like you want at least 144, I'd say. 1 millisecond response, FreeSync, so it works with your CPU, GPU. Yeah, what the fuck? Why wasn't I shown this shit? Yeah, so many build lists now. Jesus. All right, so yeah, let's I'm gonna delete the fucking ROG Strix shit because you don't need to spend $300 on a goddamn esports rated fucking 1080p monitor. Especially if you're gonna eventually go to 1440 and you're not gonna be fucking like competitive ranking. There. That brings it back down to 1462 total for the same build. So we saved you a total of like almost $200 between the RAM and the monitor just by going over that again tonight with my friends. Okay, there's a difference when I say competitive gaming between competitive gaming with your friends and competitive gaming for like hundreds of thousands of dollars on a national esports tournament. Like ranked Call of Duty in your underwear is a little bit different than ranked Call of Duty at E3. You know what I mean? It is called E3, right? That's the fucking gaming convention. Or am I thinking of Ray William Johnson? E equals 3. I'm proud of that build right there. Yeah, so that will definitely get you going. And then I would say, because I mean, look at it this way. My last computer was a fucking pre-built, and that lasted me for at least 10 years before I built my own again. And so far, this one's lasted me 5 years with absolutely no sight in needing to be upgraded, but just my own fucking rat pleasure want to tinker with it and upgrade things. It is E3. Like again, just going over your whole build here. The keepers on this that like are future proof would be your motherboard, your power supply, and your hard drive. Those three components are your biggest ones to consider when trying to future proof shit. Same thing with your case. If you want to pick out a better case, that might be something, you know, you'd rather spend $160 now or $180 now than $80 on something you'd keep. Again, if you're going with an aesthetic build, there is a case out there that is quite popular among aesthetic builders that has just been released, I think, in the last year or so, maybe sooner. That is like $450. An aquarium case with a basically a TV screen down the concave angled, I don't know how to describe it, but there's a fucking giant ass monitor on it that displays whatever the fuck you want. Again, anime waifus with all kinds of temperature settings. And then if you want to record like console, your Nintendo or your fucking Wii or your PlayStation, Xbox, that's when you need a capture card. Here's this $27 bullshit that I see all over TikTok. That I've never tried, but I mean, yeah, it probably works. I don't see how they could sell it if it doesn't. the one that I use, and I have a really old Elgato HD 60 that you could have if you want that. Save you $100 for that. Or this is the 4K Pro, which is $320, but they have a 1080 one that's like right around 200, like a little like 180 or something. Yeah, I don't see it on here, but there's a cheaper in, but that's just if you want to put it in your computer and not have it outside. Because you see, this goes in one of those slots that were down below the PCIe 2 or whatever, not the 16 slot. This is one of your expansion ones. But something like this, the cheap one, or the one similar to like I have, this one, you know, just sits on top of your computer, sits on next to your computer, sits on the fucking floor, hangs in the air and trips people when they try to walk by, whatever the fuck you decide to do with it. And then, of course, there's the fancy dancy world of in-ear monitors, which I have just delved into in the last several months. And I will never turn back from. I showed you the ones I used to have. Well, I don't see mine on here, but I mean, here's some that are kind of like it, like the what do you call it? Noise canceling, fucking big ass headphones. Mine were $300. These ones are 180. But the problem that I have with these is, yeah, they sound amazing, but they fucking keep all your ear warm hot. All your ear heat that's trying to evaporate out your fucking cerebellum and shit. It just stews there, making your head hotter and hotter, and you just start overheating. Plus, it's got this whole fucking headgear on that kind of, you know, starts itching and like hurting your head after a while. So like in-ear monitors, like have just totally fucking blown me out of the water. They actually give you a higher advantage in shit like Call of Duty and stuff, where like, you know, you really need hearing to focus on winning. And I've definitely been a lot cooler. Like I don't overheat as much without them. Yeah. Other things to consider. Jesus Christ. By the time I finish yapping about all this shit, it's probably gonna be bedtime for both of us. I'm never gonna play fucking Dead by Daylight or finish my book tonight. I'm just I'm just info dumping and hyperfixating on computer building whatnots. Oh, also, if you want to go completely ham on your controller for PC gaming, this is where you go. The Xbox wireless controller Series 2 Black. For some reason, it's $256 on Newegg. Don't get me wrong, it is an expensive controller. But $300 it should not be. There we go. 170 on Amazon. And it's on sale right now because it's usually 180. But the cool part about this is these sticks are interchangeable and magnetic, so they just pop in and out. This thing is magnetic, and you can change it into a just straight plus sign if you don't like this little geometrical thing here. And on top of all that, you can get colored shit. So like you can customize it. But on top of that, it has all these buttons on the back of it for added key mapping and customizability. Like they're magnetic as well, and you can change these out. And then you can adjust the sensitivity of all your little thumbsticks with this little tool here. And then, yeah, the only thing that I hate about it is I've had two of them, and they keep fucking, the grip on it just keeps coming off. Both times, like within a couple months, it just starts coming off. And that's the only complaint I see about it all over the internet. Nobody knows how to fix it. Nobody's doing anything about it. And everybody hates it. But it is a lot for a controller. But see, here's the thing. I was trying to find the actual numbers for, like, it can map like 350 fucking things. Oh god, I have to plug it in before you actually look at this shit. Jesus. So, see, you have your settings here. You can go in and configure it. And then you have your profile settings. So I have it so that Dead by Daylight is this one, Call of Duty, my Souls games, Dead Rising, Resident Evil, Silent Hill, The Last of Us. I have different settings for different games. And you can change the color of the little button here, the LED that comes up, as well as once you go into editing, you can map out the left stick, adjust the sensitivity. You can customize the adjustment curves and the like reactivity levels. The triggers on it. You can adjust the sensitivity on how hard you have to press things in order for it to actually be sensed. And then you can turn off the vibration, which is generally recommended if you're playing like Call of Duty competitively, because the vibrations actually cause latency issues, apparently. Then you can customize the color for that little button for each individual game that you play. And then it has 4 settings that you can program into the controller at one time. So I think you can have like 300 games or like 300 profiles total, but you can only use 4 of them at a time. And I mean, like, you can literally go in here and map these any key to do whatever you want. So like if you want left stick to fucking come over here and press the mouse button, you can do that. If you wanted to press Control Alt Delete, you can do that. If you wanted to fucking Google search some porn on the side, you could fucking do that. Like, you could program this shit to basically do anything you want. Yeah, exactly. It's taken me probably 2 years really to start actually like utilizing anything out of it other than just the controller aspect. But yeah, getting into it more and like learning more about it has been amazing. But again, technically that's another thing that I could just send you one, because I have an extra controller that I kind of broke but kind of fixed. I just didn't want to use it anymore because, yeah, I thought, you know, getting another one would solve the problem of this shit falling apart, but apparently not. Like, let me see if I can show you what I mean here. So see, the grip on it is coming off entirely on this side. And it's always that side. Here's the other thing, like it comes with this case, which is actually a chargeable dock. So like it has a magnetic charger there that it sits on. And then you plug in the case to your wall or your fucking computer. Like it's got a little charging port there. But yeah, see? These little things are just pop off. Just pops off. Just pops off. But this one's fucking broken too. But what happened with this one was I spilled Dr. Pepper on it. So like the left button was sticky. So I took it apart, which is how this started. And you can kind of see, like, oh, you can't see, but there's a little bit of damage to the side there because I was fucking just jamming shit in there trying to pry this apart. And I kind of got it unsticky from what I remember, but I took it apart so many times to try that I accidentally broke one of the cables on it, so I had to resolder that. And it's a little finicky in there now. Like, you can tell it's been worked on. So that was why I got a new one. And these don't need to be in there. But yeah, it comes with like, I think 4 extra joysticks, an extra D-pad. Like if you see mine, the one I use here, I got a purple little D-pad there, and then purple paddles on the back. But yeah. I've done a significant amount of quote unquote research into the PC world of gaming. Lots of bits. Oh, I don't have any of this shit up. I am so excited about all their mechanics on trying to fix slugging and face camping, but at the same time, I am worried as shit when I hear that they're gonna fix something about body blocking. Like, they better not take an actual useful mechanic out of the fucking game. Like, what needs to be fixed about body blocking? It's not only a legitimate way to fucking help somebody, but like, it's a real world. I mean, yeah, I guess slugging and face camping would be real world applicable too, but like, I don't see. I'm so tired for being slow. I know, right?
Dead by daylight.
Oh, I'm gonna smoke before we get into this. I think they said Tokyo Ghoul was gonna be in the thing too, but hookers slug more often than survivors try to body block. This is extremely true, but also I don't see how body blocking is on the same level at all with face camping or slugging. Okay. I will give you this. If they're changing the mechanics so that they can swing faster, that will be acceptable to me. Because that's kind of like a counter, like face camping, like how it boosts your chance to unhook yourself the closer the killer stays. Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul. I'm like 80% sure. What do I need? More water or something? Something's not right. Yeah, I honestly, if they did something like that where they just made it like unrelenting, the perk that just allows you to recover from swinging faster, then I'd be alright with it. Still got that 400. See, I still need to edit, post, and make more videos for you about all that shit. How to play as killer, how to play as survivor. Although I do feel like it's extremely fucking slow, like a snail's goddamn pace or slower. But things are coming together. Finally, after like almost 10 years of wandering and aimlessly trying fruitless endeavors. Ooh. Speaking of endeavors and all that, let's go down the Adobe rabbit hole. See, right now, one perfect utility for me with having the Adobe suite and like trying to do this book is the fact that I can use Illustrator to create the diagrams and the charts and make them, you know. Well, first of all, do you know the difference between like Illustrator and Photoshop and all that shit? That's very important. Am I the only person in here? Like, fuck, I feel alone. Oh my god. There was no survivors, there's no killers. I already forgot what I was talking about. I got distracted by, you know, trying to avoid the Legion. Oh yeah, Adobe. So, okay, I can use Illustrator to create the sizable SGV charts and shit. Oh, somebody's AFK over there. I see crows. And then I can use Photoshop to actually, you know, throw things in and design. Then I can use InDesign to create the actual PDF little booklet. Put it all together. And then if I really want to get crazy with it, Adobe and Premiere Pro and After Effects to create some amazing little TikToks and YouTubes for accompanying it. But we never use we never use Dreamweaver. Fuck Dreamweaver. I can't tell you how much I hate Dreamweaver. I love Visual Studio Code. Meow, meow, meow. Oh shit, you coming for me. 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 I got you. Oh shit. You got me, babe. Goddamn. Yeah, I not only, you know, took all those courses in my graphics design degree, but I also went outside of that and did the entire scope of Adobe just for good measure. So like, I literally took a class on every Adobe software. I took Photoshop 1 and 2, Illustrator 1 and 2. I fucking hate it though. Cause like, I swear to God, I didn't learn shit in Illustrator. I learned a lot in Photoshop though. I like my Photoshop, well, my second Photoshop teacher. The first Photoshop teacher, she was super awesome in like helping me actually get into the class when the school wouldn't allow me to, and helping me, you know, go after certain degrees with certain classes and stuff like that. Like, super helpful with all that, but definitely not helpful at all when it came to teaching the course. Not whatsoever. We kind of butted heads many times. Dreamweavers for web development. You use it to code your HTML, your CSS, your website and shit. She's just chilling over there waiting for fucking heals. I know, we probably should have could heal you, but like, this dude really wants to focus on gens, so like, let's focus on gens, man. Fine, you want heals? You want heals, you little bitch? Let's heal. Everybody heal Finn. Everybody heal Finn. Dude, I actually really want your outfit, Finn. I think it's like 31,000 fucking iridescent shards or something like that. I'm almost dead because I haven't been paying attention. Civil, you need heals? No, you're good. You're good, bro. Oh shit. Oh no, Sable. No, don't come this way. Fuck. 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 Oh, we still have a gen left. I thought we were done. Fuck. I was going for the gate. God damn it. Now all I can hope to do is provide a distraction, or I guess he'll be my distraction. My bad. My bad, dude. At least you got one hook left. Here, I'm almost back to you. Look at that, look at that. Worked out for you. For both of us, really, when you think about it. Go back this way to that guy's gen. Perfect. Look how well that worked out. That guy saved me, I saved him, and Sable, healed all three of us. Now we're working on the same gen that he was about to finish. Boom. That's fucking teamwork. Oh shit. I'm revealed. No! No, big man! I'm dead. Oh my god, guess what? I sold 2, count them, 2 tarot cards today. Not the new one, but the old one. Hell yeah! See, thinking about that just now made me forget that I just died. I thought I won, and I was like, oh yeah, we all made it, we're all alive. And then I realized, oh wait, like, no, I'm like literally the only one that died. My bad. Oh, Jesus. Yes, great news, everyone. Should I be like BDSM David? Oh my god, that's part of the same outfit? That's funny. Gonna fit the holiday that just passed. For some reason I was thinking Christmas. Oh my god. It's almost March. Ah. I don't know, like, I really like the like, toothpick? I don't know. Oh my god, that's a ponytail? Holy fuck. Okay, that does kind of make it better. I was like, I really like the glasses and the fucking, like, little mustache. And the toothpick, I think. At the same time, I do kind of like the longevity of this hair. But this ponytail kind of really threw it all together for me. I feel like my username should be like nod for ass or something. If I'm playing with this cosmetic. Oh shit, I don't even know what I am. Hold on. Okay, okay, like, fuck Elon Musk and all, but imagine if we get a Neuralink type situation going on that we could install into our pets' brains to help communicate. I was just thinking, like, what if we gave Ariel a Neuralink? Tell me when she was hungry. Yeah, you want to go for a walk? Let's go for a walk. Is that just a lip piercing? Like, what is that? Stop looking away. You make fun of me. You make fun of me. What did you see? Oh, hey. What's up, Sable? Come here. Gotta get in character. I'm honestly not sure. Like, there's so much going on with this eclectic outfit. Jesus Christ. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I was trying to throw that on you. Busker just fucked me over. Did you see that? Pop-up ads for dog snacks. Oh my god. They were definitely both sick of my shit. But you see how I got a nice respectable 2 pumps? Not anything excessive now. Scarecrow Kate was probably waiting here forever to use that goddamn gen perk. Oh shit. Oh shit! Again. See, you know what? What's kind of funny about the using any of the AI chats? I've been asking, you know, like, evaluate this and identify, you know, anything I'm missing, what I can do to improve it, and etc. And like everything, it ends up listing like, well, you did great at this, but you could add this to be more, or add some clarification on things. Like everything it tells me I need to clarify has already been clarified. I'm like, did you even fucking read it, bro? Did you even fucking read it? Oh shit. Alright, we don't have any bots. I have lots of hook states. Let's see if we can find some yellow herbs. They say don't eat the yellow snow, but the yellow herbs, you can go ahead and shove those down your esophagus. Yellow herb. Oh. We got 2 gens left. Let me hear you say 1 gen left. Let's go team 1 gen left. You know, I still haven't looked up any information about if there's gonna be any additional seasons of Dexter Original Sin or not yet, but I did finish last night's episode. I don't understand. Oh fuck. Oh, you had 3? Yeah, go that way. Good job. Oh shit. I came for you, for you. Oh, someone else came for you. Okay. That's the last episode to go. He unalived his boss, which was the police captain, and his dad's best friend. What was it even in the video about the event? Okay then. Well, you see, Original Sin's about how Dexter first came to be, right? How like his first unalive happened and like his path through that. So the first one he did was his dad's nurse, because she was euthanizing her patients without their knowledge or consent. And he found out about it because his dad was getting worse in the hospital instead of better. And on his like last breath, his dad was like, okay, yeah, do what you gotta do. And then he started getting better as soon as he did. And then his second one was, of course, like, you know, mob member or something. And then I think he had 1 or 2 more before that were, you know, criminals before he went after the captain. But he knew for a while that his because the whole season, like, the captain or the kids were going missing, and like they're being found dead, and like severed fingers and ransom notes and all this. Well, come to find out, after the captain's kid gets kidnapped, Dexter finds out it was him the whole time, the captain, because he got pissed off that his wife like slept with some other dude. And left him for him. So that was his way to get back at her, was to eventually kidnap his own kid and, you know, blame it on the cartel and just torture his ex-wife and her new, you know, boy toy, and off their kid in the process. Wesker being able to 3-dash. Oh yeah. That okay then. But yeah, like a few episodes ago, Dexter confronts his dad and being like, look, like, I am 99.8% sure that our captain, your friend, is the one that's been kidnapping these kids and has kidnapped his own kid. And his dad's like, no, I've known him for fucking 40 years. He's the captain of the police department. He's the most respectable man you know. He never tells a lie. Like, you know, just the usual. You could never. And just tells him to, like, starts yelling at him eventually. Like, you leave it alone, drop it. Don't pursue this anymore. I don't even want you to continue looking or investigating it. Like, and Dexter being Dexter was like, well, I have a feeling, and I'm going to go with that instead of what you say. Yeah, that's basically what Dexter was trying to say, is like, yeah, that doesn't mean shit. Like, I legitimately just watched him do this shady encounter with his child's articles with the cartel that you just supposedly got intel on. Like, where the fuck do you think any of that came from? Him. Oh, I don't, you don't know what you're talking about. That's in my opinion, especially with Dexter around, Daddy Dearest's blinders are even, you know, more high up than average, because he doesn't approve of what Dexter's doing at all. He doesn't want him to do any of this. He's only teaching him this just as a precaution, like as a last, you know, you don't use your credit card unless it's in case of emergencies. What does everybody do? They just start splurging, you know. So yeah, it is using it as a last ditch measure, but Dexter's kind of, you know, using it more as a guidebook versus, you know what I'm saying? But either way, between Dexter and everybody around him, it just amplifies the blinders that he already had in place. I mean, it probably started long before that, because he was sleeping with his CI, who was Dexter's mom, and then he got her unalived by a chainsaw, and so, like, that probably traumatized the fuck out of him and guilt tripped the shit out of, I mean, yeah, I mean, his guilt trip's been evident throughout the entire show, but like, I feel like that's the trauma behind why his blinders are just so beyond insane. That even Dexter can't convince him, like, hey, You know how you tell me to like get evidence of bad people and like, you know, all this, like I found a bad person and like it's your friend, our captain, our boss. Because I mean, he's kind of got to do the same thing with Dexter. Everybody's going to be, you know, would say Dexter's a monster and this and that, and he's got to, you know, convince them otherwise. Especially if they start thinking that he's an actual serial unaliver. Like, no, Dexter would never do that. Dexter's a little, you know, he wouldn't hurt a fly. He doesn't even like fishing. Like, well, I mean, he does like fishing, but that's, you know, you get the general idea in the vicinity of the realm I'm talking about. Realistically, I'm trying to figure out what exactly was concluded with that season, other than we watched his first couple unalives and the small plot of the original captain's anger rampage. Okay. Dexter's dad was a bit of a problem, but also, to be fair, the psychiatrist he found was a bit of a problem for both of them. The one whose idea it was for them to train Dexter to do what he does. Like, to be fair, in retrospect, looking at it, the first thing Harry did was take his kid to be evaluated and seek out professional help at the first sight of any problems. Well, maybe not at the first sight. There was a few instances before he finally took him, but still, he took him to get help. The problem was that help that he got gaslit the fuck out of both of them into saying that the best option is for him just to learn how to get away with the urges that he wants to do. It all came from his psychiatrist. There was a whole season about that. Like, if that's what you're asking about, Harry took Dexter to see a psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist suggested that the best means for them to help Dexter was to teach him how to get away with unaliving bad people. That was his doctor's recommendation. Not his father's. His father just went with it because his doctor said so. but his doctor was a specialist in psychopathy and sociopath and personality disorders and all that kind of shit. So like, she was basically a crime documentary buff that found a traumatized child that was likely going to become a serial and decided to train him and experiment. Like, it's even discussed in the show, like, what would have happened if, you know, you guys would have actually tried, like, I think Dexter even brings it up, like, what would have happened if you guys actually would have tried to help me instead of teach me all these things? See, this is the I Am Robot situation. That detective, it's the right question. Now you get me thinking, like, what do I think Harry would have done if he wouldn't have got the help from the doctor? Oh, by the way, it was a woman psychiatrist that was Dexter's doctor that suggested all this. I mean, I do feel like that makes it a little less dark. Or sinister, I guess, in my opinion. I mean, regardless, yeah, who the fuck does that to a goddamn child? I think Dexter was like 4 or some shit. I don't know. But like, they legit had this idea when he was a goddamn fucking baby. Oh hey, I found, let me get the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna get the yellow herb. No more hope states for me. That's one thing I love about the heal things. If you get 2 of them, It's automatic, full heal. I don't know where he went. Oh god. He really didn't go after me, I just didn't keep track of him. Oh shit. It's okay, I can afford the hook state. I took a yellow herb. Dude, seriously, because like, you know, when you first watch Dexter in season 1, you know, you kind of think that he was older when all of this was suggested and that it was from his father. But like later on, you find out that it wasn't his father, it was from a doctor. And then even further on, you find out like not only was it his doctor, but like they legit started training him when he was like under 10 years old for sure. God damn it, no! I know, he's totally sick of my shit. Hi, Ariel. I see you awkwardly stirring around the corner like fucking Ghostface. I'm really curious to see who's gonna be in the new season of Resurrection. Like, I want fucking Joey back, Batista. Like, what the fuck are they all gonna have to say when they find out that Dexter was the Bay Harbor Butcher the whole fucking time? And not just that, that he faked his fucking death, and he's been alive for the last 12 years. Because that's the other thing. If you don't know, he kind of A, confessed to his sister, and B, helped unalive her. And then like stole her body and disposed of it during a hurricane and faked both of their deaths. Because what was it? I don't remember exactly how it ended because I haven't seen it in so goddamn long. But from the bits I do remember, he was, you know, he thought everything was ending. He was getting ready to confess and all that shit. So like he was getting everything ready, and then something happened to Deb. She was in the hospital. He confessed. She freaked the fuck out, went into a coma. There was a hurricane, and he stole her body and decided to fucking just throw her into the ocean because, you know, she never wanted to live as a vegetable, and that's the route that it was looking. Yeah, literally, that's how season 8 ended, and why people were so goddamn pissed off was because it spent 3 episodes building up to well, there's a hurricane the whole time, and like he's getting everything together, and like shit's going down, and everybody's finding out little bits of information here and there. Deb's in the hospital, and then yeah, so he steals Deb from the hospital in a coma, takes her out on the boat, drives into the hurricane, fades into the fog, and the credits don't roll, the screen just goes black for a few. And then after like, you know, half a dozen seconds or so, the screen comes back on and we see like the bottom left corner of a man walking in a dirt lot. Like, you know, you just see cargo pants, like a left leg, and somebody's walking. And then, you know, he just sits down quietly. There's no dialogue, there's no sound other than stepping, footsteps. And then he sits down at a table, starts eating a bowl of cereal or some shit, and just stares directly into the camera with like a lumberjack beard. And that's the final scene we get of Dexter. For 10 years. God, everybody's out but me. Damn. Yeah, and then flash forward 10 years, and then we get Dexter New Blood, which shows him with a new life, living quietly. He hasn't unalived since, and he's been doing good, but he's getting urges, and he ends up unaliving this like wealthy dude's son because he illegally shoots some caribou on some like reservation land, and he's being like an arrogant dick about it because, you know, he's just a rich kid's son who's out drunk hunting. And so like he tries to cover that up, but then they start finding out, but he finds out that this other dude who's like Mr. Rogers of the town, like he's this jolly, he's actually the actor for SpongeBob. You know the voice actor for SpongeBob, or no, not SpongeBob, Mr. Krabs. Anyway, I'm gonna assume you okay, you should know. So, the voice actor for Mr. Krabs plays the most prolific fucking serial unaliver in all of history, for the most part. Like, he's just this Mr. Rogers type, Santa Claus looking dude. You know, everybody in town knows him, everybody in town loves him. He supposedly helps out and volunteers absolutely everywhere. He's always trying to help absolutely everybody he can. And come to find out, he's he likes to hunt people for sport. So like he captures transients that are, you know, just runaways, and he locks them in a basement for a few days, feeds them really well, treats them really well, and you know, really just takes the best absolute care of them that he can, other than locking them in a fucking cellar for a few days. And then at the end of it, he tells them what worthless pieces of shit they are, and what guttural, just fucking worthless spews of humanity that they are, and just how completely, utterly devoid of any humanity that they're capable of. and tells them to run. And as soon as they get out the door, he gives them a little countdown and hunts them down. So he's got like this whole cellar of taxidermied bodies that are in glass cases, kind of like, you know, life-size dolls that he dresses up, puts makeup on. There's lights in these cases and everything, and there's like over 150 of these fucking displays in this little bunker that he's got. Like, dude's been doing this for a lifetime. Like, he's who Dexter wants to be, but also the opposite of. Like, Dexter wants to be that good at hiding it and have that high of a count, but at the same time, you know, he's absolutely against everything that this dude does. He just wants to be that well fitting in with the rest of society and be able to get away with it for as long as he did. But the end of that one comes with his little son that he had with his original wife that was actually his biological kid. Ends up finding him and finding out about him and is like, Dad, like, I have the same urges. And he's like, okay, I can help you. And then his son ends up, like, you know, pulling the rifle on his dad at the end of the season. And Dexter just, well, he gives an emotional speech, pulls him closer, and you can kind of guess what happens. Like, it's emotional as fuck. Because Harrison starts realizing, like, everything you're saying is complete bullshit. Like, you're such a fucking hypocrite. You realize that, right? And you're a monster. Like, you are what you hate. And, you know, Dexter finally realizes, like, oh, well, he also goes into, like, everybody that you've come into contact with has just had their lives ruined because of knowing you and being around you because of what you do. And Dexter kind of realizes all that is true, and that the only way out of this is being alive, and that the best person to do that would be his son, and hopefully that will fix the issues that he has, ending the cycle kind of like a Final Destination movie. So yeah, his son pops him in the chest and then drives off as he bleeds out in a snowy plow. But that's where Dexter Original Sin comes in. We see him being wheeled away in an ambulance, saying, like, or when they say that your life flashes before your eyes when you're about to die, like, they really mean it. Yeah, a lot of people didn't really care for Dexter New Blood, but I thought it was fucking phenomenal. Like, it was such a redemption. And I was hesitant on Original Sins. Like, I was really skeptical but holy fuck, it's really good. And all the actors, even though I didn't agree with them, did a really good job at portraying their counterpart and slash future self. Nemesis and Wraith. Yeah, found that out at the same time. I saw a zombie and heard that. Yeah. Did you just get... And now you got me thinking of each season of regular Dexter and what their arc was. Oh, let me just show you. You want heals? Are we going up here for heals? Oh, yeah. I don't need to. But it have a hook now. Night! Have fun doing the slip. I need to go feed the arrow. You have to take care of that. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is gonna be my last match too. Oh shit. Oh man, there's two of them. Bummer. Bummer. Let's see if I can make it back to this tractor trailer here and get that. Yep. Woohoo! Oh shit. Oh boy. Damn. I was hoping to bob and weave my way out of that. Oh, hi, Ariel. You want to come here? You want to come here? Tell me what you want. What you really, really want. Damn it. That did not work out. Alright, I'm out of here. I gotta feed everyone stuff.